kind of like Glenn Greenwald. Ooh, did you hear about that?
I heard he got hacked and his videos of very intimate moments.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, because it's Pride Month, but apparently no one's doing Pride Month, so we don't have to talk about it.
That's true. That's true. It's no longer economically efficient or economically viable.
Talk about that real quick. Apparently, Pride Month has been canceled this year. Is that a thing? Did you cancel that?
So the internet trolls are saying. However, we still have the NFL saying that. Did you see the NFL's? Oh my gosh. Or maybe it was the New York Mets or something. Some sports team or some sports organization had a commercial that said, "We're all trans.
Huh?
We're all gay. We're all like," it's like, whoa. You really, someone gave you the Black Eye Club, told you to do this. But yeah, I think there's a lot of major players, major corporations that seem like they're kind of shying away from this Pride Month thing. Why do you think that is, Matt?
Well, corporations that had in the past been very vocal on Pride Month, they are pulling back their Pride Month advertising and marketing campaigns.
Is it because it's not it's an economic decision, or is it a mindfulness thing? They've turned the other cheek or turned the other corner.
So, okay, there are a couple of possibilities. One possibility is that the economy is actually not that strong.
Ooh.
And being Pride Month marketing doesn't have a high return on investment. So they decide to cut that expense because really everyone's in cost-cutting mode.
Fair enough.
It could be that simple.
It could be that simple.
Or it's the culture and society who has pushed for it is retracting. It's no longer as popular, meaning that they're not getting the brand benefit that they once were. Or the people that are in charge of that initiative are slowly being removed, in which case it's no longer a priority. I don't know. Which one do you think it is?
At the end of the day, I think economics wins the day.
I think so too.
I think, right? The accountants and the number crunchers in the back offices are saying, I don't think this is economically viable for us to be doing this. And so, as much as I like them gays, we just shouldn't do it this year. Right? It's not paying off from a unit economic perspective. So I really, at the end of the day, I think if we were to be truly callous, it would be simply, it's not economically efficient for them to focus on.
Yeah, they probably had a list of all the different marketing campaigns for the year. And they say, okay, where are we getting our ROI? Which one is giving us the most benefit?
Yep.
Which one is considered nice to have, but not necessary? All right, let's stick to the necessary ones. We got to do the campaigns around the major holidays. We have to do maybe even Black History Month. Maybe we have to do Thanksgiving. We have to do Memorial Day. We can't miss these.
Yeah.
But we actually do need to reduce our cost a little bit.
Yeah.
And they went very analytical. And they said, you know what? This Pride Month one, like,
It's not paying off.
We can cut this.
Yeah.
And people aren't really going to notice. Just a quick break before this video continues. If you haven't signed up for Soju yet, go check it out, soj.oo. It's a social discussion platform that we've created. That's where the community is hanging out. Definitely worth checking out, soj.oo. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, do it now.
Now, let me ask you this, though. Do you feel like the Overton window has shifted a little bit more to the conservative side, though? Because we're seeing we've used this term in the past, like the red wave, like Donald Trump and the red wave and the economics of being conservative, right? And we've certainly seen that there is a lot of money to be made to be moving over to the right or the conservative side, right? And so I wonder if that's part of it, where the Overton window is shifting a little bit more to the right and people are saying, you know what, we're kind of over this whole gay thing. We're over this whole pride thing. Like, it's not only economically inefficient for us to spend money on this thing, but number two, like, the world is seeing it a little bit different, right? Thanks to the trans, the trans just took it way too far, right? And so do you feel like they're kind of backpedaling a little bit?
I think that, especially this country, this idea of meritocracy is starting to actually become a thing. So,
are you saying meritocracy is becoming a thing? Like, people
actually care about competence and how companies perform rather than their messaging. And what they're finding out is that this political cancellation actually isn't very effective. Actually, before we started, we talked about Target.
Yeah.
The whole right wanted to cancel Target because of their tuck-free or tuck whatever clothing and bathing suits for kids that they did. And the right was, livid.
Yeah. Well, they also
I
had
live in a super conservative area. Probably like 80% of my town is conservative and Republican. That Target is banging. Nobody cares.
At the end of the day, if it's the closest place to get your clothes and food,
they're close. They're in a good location. They provide a good service. The people that work there are good at their job. They're always clean. They're priced really well. Like, people still go there. This boycott of Target, it didn't stick at all.
and neither did the Bud Light thing either.
The Bud Light thing didn't stick.
Yeah, I see people drinking it at the racetracks. Like racetracks are red as red can be. And now they're all back to drinking Bud Light like it wasn't a thing.
And these corporations that were pandering to these super left cultural movements like Pride Month, they're finding out, well, do you know what? Let them cancel us for not doing Pride Month. I bet you it doesn't affect our business. And they're right.
You got it.
Which is actually, I'm really grateful for that. Because we were in this weird day and age of corporations and businesses pandering to political and social belief and tying it to their business, when in reality, if you're a corporation and you're a Target, I just want to know that you give me a good product at a good price and you're available and you're open when you say you're open. That's what I want from you.
Are you saying you didn't want to know Target's political views?
No care whatsoever.
Okay. Oh.
And I think the whole country, even though they say we care, actually you didn't, because you didn't cancel anybody. Everyone survived the cancellation.
No lies detected.
And I think the left is figuring it out too. We don't have to play this game any longer. So if anything, I don't know if that's a Trump
Kind
thing.
of a win then.
I don't know if that's a MAGA thing. I don't know if that's a conservative thing. I don't know what that is. What I do know is that is a positive shift for this country.
You know what? I actually agree with you. I think it's a very positive shift that companies will get out of the game of showing their politics. We don't care about your politics. We don't care. We just want to have cheap prices on good products.
Yes.
That's it. Not cheap products, just cheap prices on good products, a good service. That's it. You got it.
And
you got
what
it.
we're also finding out is that Americans actually don't care where that product is made.
If we truly cared, then none of us would buy Nikes, because we all know that Nikes use slave labor in third world countries and children to make their shoes. Like,
Because it's like, oh, cancel China, no more made in China because we're going to make it in America. And the country has basically said, actually, we don't care anymore.
Don't care.
They're good at what they do. Get rid of the tariffs. Let's buy it for cheap. Because the reality is we can't find someone here that wants to make it.
You got it.
Let's stick to core competencies. If they're good at manufacturing, let them manufacture. Let's just get along. We don't want to politically posture any longer. Thanks for watching the clip. If you want to see the full episode, click here. If you want to see more clips, click here.